Welcome, Jamily. So tonight we're going to be doing a Q&A. Last week I put up a video, and in the video we asked you guys to go to Twitter or to Facebook and put in hashtag #AskTheJamily and send us in your questions. We didn't get very many. We ended up getting most of our questions all from Facebook. And so we're just going to jump right in. And the first question comes from my lovely niece, Courtney. And she asks, even though I'm a little shy, may I be in one of the J's videos? And that's a very easy answer. Of course you can, Courtney. We love you and baby Christian, and we are looking forward to actually spending some time with you. Okay, so we'll be moving on. The next question comes from Catherine, and she sent this in from my Facebook, and she says, if you had the chance to redo your whole life all over again and fix all the mistakes, would you, and why? Or do you like your life to stay the way it is now? And that for me has always been a very easy thing to answer. I wouldn't change a single thing that I did with my life. I wouldn't change anything from the beginning of my childhood all the way through my adulthood. Everything that has happened, whether good or bad, has made me who I am. And so no, I definitely wouldn't change any of it. I wouldn't change who I married. I wouldn't change when I had my children. I wouldn't change anything. So one of my really good friends, Larry, who I just got in visiting a couple months back, he asks, it's freezing cold outside, and for some reason your foot gets stuck to the ice, to an ice patch. Who do you call to come rescue you? Well, first of all, Larry, I love you. Secondly, anybody who knows me, I wouldn't be out in the cold in the first place. So, but if anything else, if I actually had to go outside and for some weird reason my foot got stuck to the ice, I would call you, Larry. I would definitely call you and be like, please come rescue me. So I know you've got skills with water and ice and stuff like that, so definitely would be calling you. You can come rescue me, okay? I love that question, actually. Next comes from our friend Gina, and she asks, what is one thing you want your children to remember you for? And I think the one absolute thing that I want them to remember me for was that I was always there for them. Always. That no matter what happened in life, they could always come to me for anything. That it didn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is. Whether they've done something illegal, or they've done something terrible, or they feel terrible, or there's something they're hiding. I want them to know I'm always going to be there, no matter what. And I want them to always remember that. So, definitely. Next question comes from Mariah, and she asks the Jamily, how scary was it for you when Sarah had her first seizure? And how do you deal with her epilepsy now? The very first time Sarah had a seizure was back in 2011. And she had just started going through becoming a young woman. And it was very scary because I didn't know what was happening and why it was happening. So it was one of those things where you have like this whirlwind and weird set of emotions, and all this stuff comes through your head of, did I do something, or did she eat something, or was it this, or was it that? And it was terrifying. Now what we do, because now that we know what her epilepsy is, that it is epilepsy, we do know what her trigger is, one of her main triggers, I should say. We haven't noticed any other triggers. So what we do know now is that when she menstruates each month, she has a spike in estrogen. This has been tested over several months, and each time that estrogen spike would happen, she would have seizures, multiple seizures over several days. And once the doctors figured out that it was hormonal and that it was her trigger, being that Sarah has temporal lobe epilepsy, which is very close to the area of the brain that produces a lot of your hormones, and estrogen is a very high active hormone. It's very active, and so because of its high activity, it was causing a overload of misfire in her brain, which of course led to the seizures. So we have since now put Sarah on a high dose of progesterone because Sarah has an abundance of estrogen, like an abnormal high estrogen level in her body. And so to level that out and to even things out, the doctor has put her on progesterone, which is it's a hormone your body produces naturally during pregnancy, which is also a hormone that is higher in count during your non-menstruating weeks, during your cycle. And so that estrogen, they went ahead and boosted up her progesterone levels. So now her levels are even, and I should say even for her. And she's also takes Klonopin twice a day. And then our next question comes from Cameron Berry. And he asks, here's an idea. When you can afford to, why not for a trip to Australia? And you know what? We definitely will be coming out to Australia at some point. We have many, many plans to travel. And I think one of our first places that we're definitely going to travel is to Australia. We're going to try to make it not to when it's really too hot out. We're going to try to do it during some of the nicer weather, because I know it can get very hot. Excuse me, get very hot up there. And we've looked into several different travel agencies and stuff like that. So we do have plans for travel, and it's not going to happen anytime very soon with the whole thing with Sarah's seizures, and we're still really just getting a real good handle on it. We are now, everybody can cheer, 5 weeks. Sarah has been 5 weeks seizure free. And that's been since the doctor has changed her medication. And now that we have gotten all her blood work back and stuff, we are 5 weeks and counting that Sarah has been seizure free. I want to say thank you to all of you who sent in questions. They were really good questions. And yeah, I just want to say that it's been awesome being able to answer questions with you guys. And I hope we get to do this again. And we hope that we can get more questions, and we will be looking forward to doing that again. So I hope everybody's had a great weekend, and happy St. Patrick's Day. All right, guys. So we're going to close out the video here and say we'll see you on our next Q&A. Bye.